Those opportunities are there in Anderson. I can't tell you how many deals I get come into my email every single week where it's a value add in Anderson. But the cool thing about it is the price point is so affordable. I mean, the ones that come across my desk are like 60,000, 80,000.
You can jump into this market with a high interest rate, a value add opportunity with a lot less money ultimately invested into the investment opportunity with the ability to achieve an average rental rate that's going to give you the best opportunity to cash flow compared to these other markets.
The average sales price is $175. I would argue that if you're an investor, you should be not even be spending close to that. Again, I just recommended you get a value add. This is one of the few places that I would ever recommend spending less than $100,000 for a value add opportunity.
Anderson, you just talked about this when we went over the Indianapolis market report. Let's hear more about it.
We had a little blip last month. We thought we were going to go back to under 1,000, but thank goodness we bounced back here. We were at 1,100 forever in terms of the average rental price. It just kind of flatlined, as you can see, since August of last year. It went to 1,100 and it just stayed there for like 6-8 months. Last month we had a bit of a blip, but now we're back up to 1095. Not growth, but at least not going backwards like we maybe thought we were. What is shocking to me though is average days on the market is 73. That's pretty high for June, actually really pretty high for June. I mean, some of these other markets that we're reporting on are like 30 to 45 is kind of what we're seeing around the Indy market. So to see 73, other than Westfield, to see 73 is a little bit concerning to me. So I don't love
Look
that.
at your number of active homes. Year over year, we're up almost 67%. Competition has increased dramatically.
Honestly, I think the secret is out on Anderson with investors. I think that people are aware of this now. So you got to just, it's not maybe as like shooting fish in a barrel like it was maybe a year or two ago. You got to be a little bit more selective. Again, maybe look for those value add opportunities. But let me tell you something. Those opportunities are there in Anderson. I can't tell you how many deals I get come into my email every single week where it's a value add in Anderson. But the cool thing about it is the price point is so affordable. I mean, the ones that come across my desk are like 60,000, 80,000. I mean, a huge house is 120,000. I just had one come across my desk. It was a sixplex. I think it was 160 or 180. I mean, it's super, super affordable. So if you are looking for cash flow in the Indianapolis market, this is the market to look at, and look at a value add opportunity in Anderson, and you can definitely cash flow.
That's right. I mean, we just talked about this earlier when we were in the Indianapolis market report. There's two things that are driving this market without a doubt, right? That's the affordability. This is a very affordable market. We'll get into that when we get into the sales data here in just a minute. But not only that, the investor value. You can jump into this market with a high interest rate, a value add opportunity with a lot less money ultimately invested into the investment opportunity with the ability to achieve an average rental rate that's going to give you the best opportunity to cash flow compared to these other markets.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's take a look at the sales data, Chris. Talk about affordable. My eye is always drawn to that bottom right graph where we segment where the homes are selling and in what price point. And as you can see immediately is that the vast majority of the homes are selling for under $200,000. So it just highlights the affordability. The average sales price is $175. I would argue that if you're an investor, you should be not even be spending close to that. Again, I just recommended you get a value add. This is one of the few places that I would ever recommend spending less than $100,000 for a value add opportunity. If you do that in Indianapolis, in most cases, you're going to be setting yourself up for a disaster. But in here, I feel like that can warrant purchase of that particular purchase price. So anyway, average sales price $175. Average days on the market, really good on the sales data, or on the sales side, 28 days on the market. So super, super encouraging there. 110 homes sold this past month. So a lot of activity there. Look, that's up 26% and 18%. So lots and lots of activity. The sales trend is a little bit up and down, but if you look at the kind of the trend, it's heading up. So I still think there's a lot of upward mobility on price for the Anderson market. So it's still a good market. You got to just be a little bit smarter about it than you were. And again, I would not spend anywhere near that 175. I would, if I was an investor, trying to get a lot closer to the $100,000 range and do a value add.
Yeah, this speaks to what we were just talking about earlier. There's a lot of opportunity here at an affordable price point, 175 to enter a market. What's also surprising is that's down month over month. That's down year over year, but your number of homes sold is up considerably year over year and month over month. Okay. All right, let's dive into the next market. Here we go.
If you want to hear more questions you should be asking, be sure to check out our Watch and Learn tab on the website or head over to our YouTube page for more.